All right, it is time. It is time for our APOC 5 Glintfein run. For those who have been around the channel for a while, you will know that I'm kind of bored by APOC 6. The negative attribute modifier just makes it saps fun without, in my opinion, creating a lot more difficulty. It just creates a lot more need for attention to detail. So let's talk about omens for this. So last time we went for kind of like a defensive training build. My plan is not to do that again. There was one commenter who was like, boring, and you know, I don't fully agree, but I at least partially agree. Glintfein is relatively short, so I don't think Omen of Mercenary Training is all that hot. But let's see. So for our big perks, I think we do want Wanderer. I kind of want... There's a temptation for me. I think Advanced Training is a twofer. Where is that located? It is. I like Advanced Training because, well, are we going to be getting that many level ups? Maybe we don't. The extra talent point is nice. Although I don't know if we're reaching level cap on this map either. So that's an interesting question. Growth is interesting as well. And I like Vigor. Where does Vigor live? It's the one with the lightning bolt on it, if I recall correctly. There it is. There's a lot of little perks we definitely want. Like, I think we certainly want sadism, violence, softening dexterity, and then probably leaps is our final. Second Chance also gives us a lot of flexibility, but leaps is awfully nice. Just don't stand in the glowy thing. So this time around, we're going for a heavily hero-focused build with Wanderer and Vigor. So we're hoping that our heroes are going to be pumping out some serious damage, and we're going to have to focus on some builds because we're not going to have the advantage of being over-leveled from defenses. So, back to APOC 5. Let's see what our cast of characters has. Wait, did that say APOC 3? I definitely clicked 5. I think 3 is the maximum we've done so far. We'll see, though. Let's see. I see a power staff. I see a spear. Do we always get attacked from two sides on the first night? Famous last words. All right, Patrick, talk to me. So you have some crit power, you got some backstabber, and you are luckless. We don't love luckless. What, you're rocking assassination and debuffing. You have runic gift. You do have vampirism and blood magic. No organic armor, though, unfortunately. I've been wanting to make a blood mage crit build work. The minus crit here is bad but overcomable. Okay, I'm going to think on Patrick for a second. Let's move on to Corolla. Oh, I don't think I've seen Nihilist before. That's not a very fun... It's not a very fun perk. You look like... Yeah, you have all the makings of a poison hero, so we will do that. Now, Pierre, crit power, resistance reduction, less move, so you're a little slower. You're rocking crit and opportunism. You do have vampire, blood magic, and organic armor, and bodybuilder, and boom. I think we're going to make you a blood mage. I've been wanting to play a bit more with blood mage, so we'll do that. We'll see. I might go like a... I've been thinking about going for a blood mage build that's more of like a Tome of Secrets blood mage build. So maybe we'll think about doing that. Now you have big game hunter. We like that. You have boom. You're a little short for a momentum build. I think you're an opportunist. Which brings us back to Patrick. I think we're going multi-hit on Patrick. So that's going to be like wand, but wand also encompasses hand crossbow. We'll go whichever path we necessarily can. Now I think we absolutely need a shop. Gotta see what's on offer before we go too much further. Ooh, some multi-hit right out of the gate. A druid staff. Okay, there's some temptation here for sure. Picking up this Raven's Queen's feathers early is quite tempting. As is picking up this Master's Druid staff. I think we definitely want to build a gold mine. And then I'm tempted to spend the remainder. The multi-hit is such a gamble for the future. Especially without a hand crossbow on offer. We can pick up the cheap wand. So let's see. So let me pick up a few weapons. So we know we have someone who's doing poison. We know we have someone who's doing the wand type things. Put that there. Corolla gets this. The short bow is a pretty good weapon, so I think we'll pair it with the spear, which is pretty lackluster. And then it's time to start divesting from defensive trinkets. Hey, Steven, how's it going? I don't really want to take the accuracy hit here. None of that's particularly useful. These two I'll hang on to, although I suspect you're more likely to be in the danger zone. I don't think I want my wand on this hero. Let's put, for now, let's do this. The wand won't pay dividends quite yet. Those are all non-essential pieces of gear. So who doesn't have a second? We could use 2 more second weapons. That's going to be a little hard to swing, I think. We're almost to the... Oh, it's an offhand magic orb. The offhand versus main hand magic orbs are really hard to tell the difference between. Maybe just pick up a rifle. Let's get everybody to second weapons. Which means I think we can do this. Okay. And then our poison user I'm going to put over here, because with the rifle, she'll be able to slow things down. You have some decent range. And then... Can you stand on this? You cannot stand on that. Okay. And then I do think ballista are still the correct play. Last time we didn't build warp gates at all. There's not a lot of harm. I do know that warp gates are still deleted by the volatile orbs, which is pretty unfortunate. But maybe we get our warp gates up. They are a little cheaper than they used to be. That'll just give us a bit of flexibility, and then I got a lot of feedback about my who needs walls approach to things, but I kind of stick by it. I think walls are not critical. All right, those will give us a little bit of help, and I think we're ready for night 1. All right, let the pain train begin. We're out of movement. So this is potentially not a great plan. Well, nothing is a great plan. So... we're actually out of dashes. All right, I may have overcommitted on that one a little bit. We do have some evasion though, so we can probably make something work. Let's see. So I think I'm gonna proceed under the assumption that a little bit of bees is good for the soul. I think this guy's the only guy making it in. If we put a little bit of damage in on them, yeah, slow them down. That'll be good enough. And then might as well continue debuffing these guys. My plan right now is to soften these folks up as much as possible and then start transferring up, because I suspect our poison user is going to need some help. Okay. Yes, I definitely suspect that we may need some help here. Let's see, most of these are dead or dying. Kind of feel like we put this back here to slow down the second portion of the wave. This isn't even a kill necessarily. All right, good enough. Okay, so we're going to use up our turn over here. Some of them. It is a bug, Evany. The warp gate gets deleted if something else gets spawned on top of it. So that's what's going on, and it is a little frustrating, but I love me a little bit of let's see. We'll leave that there actually as something that we can hop across with our sword friend here. Hey, Destiny, how's it going? Stuff is good over here. We're kicking the dust off, starting to do some work. We do appear to be having a minor audio issue. I don't know if anyone has picked up on that yet. We'll see. I may have to restart the game if it continues to be troublesome. Let's see if I move over to here. All these guys, nah, I don't think it's worth going too deep here. I think we're okay. Let's just evasive ourselves up. Yeah, and then this side's going to need some help, but the snare is going to mean that we don't have to worry too much. Actually, hold on. Let's see what we can. Let's see what our short bow person can do, because they're going to be the one that is more limited on range. That's decent. Okay, not a bad start. Now let's see. This crew here is a decent bees target, assuming it doesn't propagate up this way. Actually, I think because of that, I'll put it on this one over here, because hopefully we don't get this left-hand turn. All right, that's just about perfect. Let's see, who's coming in? You're coming in? Take advantage of our opportunism procs where they are available. It is on PlayStation Destiny, actually. It just had its 1.0 release, and it is available on PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and I don't remember where else, but it is. Hey, Chunky, how's it going? All right, we'll just pepper you that way. Oh, let's see. It's so weird having two conical attacks here. It's not my ideal setup. That feels wasteful, I think. Using the spear in general feels pretty wasteful. We definitely have some mana regen to work with, so let's get that going. Okay. Okay, we might take a hit here or there, but... I mean, I just woke up from sleeping. It is the early morning here. Well, early is perhaps relative, but it is the morning. And yeah, and decided it was time for us to take on what I consider to be kind of like the ultimate challenge of the last spell, maybe. I still think Elderlicht might be the supreme difficulty level. I'm not sure that they actually managed to balance this one to be tougher, but I won't know for a while now. How are we doing on mana now? We're at the point where we're spending mana, which is okay. It's not a reason not to do it. 5 p.m. where you are? That sounds like Europe to me. If I had to hazard a guess. Sounds like Europe. So it's interesting you ask, Radalan. I never get your name quite right. Rahalden. I believe that it can work without, actually. And the reason that I believe it is that our last run, I actually went ahead and tried it out. So my last run, I ran a Blood Mage with only a health potion. And surprisingly, we did not lose. So someday I will learn it, but I do think it's a big impediment. I would not recommend it. I think you're much better off not. Let's see. We need to get you out. I'm a little in trouble over on this side, actually. I'm kind of surprised. This side's feeling pretty good. But this side is a little bit of struggle. And we do have some mana, so I think I'll probably think about that conical attack. We have a lot of mana over here, though, so Grape Shot might be the better choice. Doesn't secure quite as many kills, but we can probably clean up the remainder. That actually was a bit awkward. I think we just pick this guy off so that we don't have to overcommit. And then I really don't want my last action to be running in for a stunning entrance. So we'll leave it at that. The game's choice to hit us with the runners on the first night of our Epoch 5 run is not lost on me. Yeah, so Silver, one of the things that I do is I label each of my characters with the build that I am planning to use them on. So, for instance, the P on Corolla means that she has poison. The blood magic on Pierre means that I'm planning to go blood magic. O stands for opportunism, and W, counterintuitively, stands for wands and means multi-hit. It's an old habit because I think wands were my original multi-hit build. This is night one, yes. This is indeed night one. And oh, what a night one it has been. The movement hits pretty hard, that's for sure. Let's see. We can get a nice cluster of runners this way. We're definitely gonna need a mana well. But I'm gonna hit those that way and just try and take one of those out. We're definitely gonna have a bit of a bad time here, but okay, so whole lot of nothing there. I think we'll I think my plan is move to here, hope for the stun, and then do we get better results? No, we get better results with triple swipe. So we'll start out with that. Okay. And I think we're unfortunately just moving back, so I'm probably just gonna pick off one of these. Hey, Zine! Good to see you as always. Alright, now we're definitely in the, we're definitely in the phase of the game where, man, the lack of movement on Patrick is really, really stings a little bit for actually getting any value out of them. How is that hitting so few? This one's pretty good. That's to make up for the semi-wasted turn. I'm just gonna put a few holes in them. The ballistas are just shy. This is the value of the engineering or siege perk, as it were. Omen, that is the ballistas are much more likely to actually get a kill as opposed to what we are experiencing now. All right, I think I will do this into a scorching wave. Yeah, we're struggling to use our AP here. Now, I need to be more judicious with our mana, for sure. We're starting to go a little deep on mana, but... The Kindled have no armor, so putting in an extra hit on them is not bad. Hey, Viridian. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that you're enjoying them. And yeah, I've been playing this game since the very, very beginning of things, back when it was just a demo. And yeah, I am a big fan, obviously. Okay, so we're just gonna pick off some of these. Okay, I'm not thrilled with how that went. You have just a few hit points left. You're not going to walk very far. So what I'm looking at right now is I think we have to just brute force this one. I'm probably going to spend one more time on snares just to try and keep things above board, and then I think this guy isn't going to move much. So I can do that, and that sets up a decent poison here. That has a predictable path, at least for the start. And then a hip shot here will at least keep our ballista safe. That was my goal. I mean, Alden doesn't like catapults. Yeah, Viridian. I'm definitely going to revisit the other maps. Excuse me. Right after I get this APOC 5 run taken care of. Hopefully we get it first shot, but no guarantees on that one. That would be a very good result. Spending 4 action points to do that feels horrible. But what can you do? So let's get rid of... All right, that works. I left these two wounded up there. I think that's an absolutely fine way to be. I missed the no dodge on the short bow. And I'm definitely spending mana a bit more aggressively. I know for a fact that we're going to be rocking a mana well come next turn, so I don't mind spending a little bit. Just as long as we keep our S rank, that's what I care about. 2 AP spear from your first big corpse pile I looted? Holy cow, Pit Viper. I didn't even know that that was an option. You can get 2 AP on a level 1 spear? That's mind-blowing. Chunky, it's very situational. I think as so many things in this game are. I think it really depends. At this point in a given night, I'm generally of the opinion that if you can wound folks so that they don't cause panic prematurely, that can be very advantageous. Oh, come on. But I also recognize the the value of killing things outright. I guess the shorter version, if I were to kind of like go back and revise my my thinking on the matter. Anytime you can get a kill instead of wounding, it's all good. After you have wounded something, it is then important to think about whether it is a good idea to sink a second action point into getting the kill or not, right? So, like in a lot of cases, once you have wounded them, you're pretty much good to go, and you don't need to bother hitting them again. Like at this point, I'm just just cleaning up the rabble, as it were, but in a lot of cases, after you have wounded something, it's neutralized enough that you don't need to bother hitting it again right away. Hey, Claudio, welcome. All right, well, we did get the S rank, so we got that going for us. Ray, that's a good question. All right, everybody gets level 3. So, omens-wise, hello, Corpse Mountain. Nice. So I'm a big fan of the basics. So if you don't have any of these, I highly recommend them, Reg. So Wanderer is a huge one. Vigor, Sadism, Violence, Softening, Dexterity, Leaps are all fantastic. I also think Perks and Advanced Training are quite good. If you're looking to go defensive, Omen of Engineering and Omen of Siege are also excellent. So that'll give you that's a decent list, I guess. Let's see what our reward looks like. Okay, we're going to be re-rolling this. And we're going to build some houses. We're going to build some houses. Let's get this Corpse Mountain sorted out. And then there is a sneaky corpse pile back here. So we could do well with as many as 1, 2, 3 more workers, which I don't mind. Yeah, let's get those. The items are they're worth it. And we'll think about the seer next turn. So that's a good haul for us, I think. Let's see a man about some level ups. So this is our wand person. So we're looking for some multi-hit. I don't mind taking the damage if worse comes to worse, so I'll hit this with that. Crit power is good for a wand multi-hitter type person. Take the magic damage. Yeah, I think that's a smart way to go for sure, Reg. It's hard to know without knowing exactly which ones you have to give you advice, but it sounds like you're on the right path. All right, let's get that critical a little higher. And then, oh yeah, I did not. That's right. I did say I wanted a mana well. And if we're going with a mana well, we are going to need to take one more upgrade here, just so that we can actually restore mana. Let's see, who is our most depleted? We should do, if we're going to spend a worker, let's do that first. There we go. And then we can use Benediction to finish filling you up. There we go. All right, next up, Corolla the Poison Master. Oh yeah, that's what we like to see. Nothing there of great value. I don't mind some movement points here. Yeah, let's get her moving a little faster, and then Harvester is great. There's some value to defensive training here, but I think quick reload is the long-term pick. Now you are our blood mage. You do have bodybuilder as well, so we can think about going all in on health. These are pretty much both dead draws for us. Let's see. We're not going to get to blood mage for a minute, so we need to chill a bit. Hey, Ryamon. Welcome. Hello to you as well. Let's roll here. Okay, we will take the health. We're going to be hamstringing this character a bit for a minute here while we get the build going. But I'm going to take the opportunism just because I don't want to spend our last reroll. I suspect skill range is going to be pretty valuable here. All right. This character is not going to be very strong right off the cuff. But sprint will be a good one to pick up. Do we want to go for kind of like a stunning? I don't think that's the play. We did say we needed a bit more movement, but I think Avid Learner is a good pickup here. Get to that level up a little faster. Now here's our Opportunist. Yeah, Rig, I like to look. Yeah, I agree, Ben. I struggle with the spear a lot. Yes, BM for Blood Mage, Pit Vipers. Hey, Bob, welcome. It's good to have you. So let's see. This is our Opportunist, so I have some good choices there. I think I'm going to reroll here. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Stun chance is still good. And then I think I like the damage here more than anything. And if I have to choose between these, we're a little light on health, but I think I'll take the accuracy. And then we're going to go stun into contamination. We're going to have to shift around a bunch of weapons, clearly. Hey, Cassie. So far, so good. I'm really liking the update. I think the weapon balance was on point. I think they made some very smart decisions, which is not always something that you can hope and expect. So let's see. So weapons are kind of a mess at the moment. So let's get things moved around. So our Opportunist definitely gets that. I would like a Sledgehammer to go with that. For now, our Blood Mage, I'm gonna make them kind of like a momentum character, and we'll work from there. And then let's see what our corpse piles look like before we go too much further. That Sledgehammer is almost a guarantee. Wish I had a momentum character for that Slayer armor, but it's a nice looking dagger. Blood Mage dagger is definitely a good setup. Like I said, no momentum. Yes, Ryo, it does. The opportunism triggers on any debuffed hero. Ooh, multi-hit ring. That's going to be very tempting. Hello, 2 action point spear. Did someone call that? I think someone said you're going to get a 2 action, or they got a 2 action point spear on their run. Yeah, Chunky, it's one of the things I love most about this game. Is exactly that. Yeah, this spear is nice. All right, so let's lock in the spear. I like the power ring, so I'm gonna grab that. That's a reroll. I like the dagger here. And then I like the sledgehammer here. Okay, so that gets us into some good places. Let's see what things are looking like. So our Blood Mage is going to get this and this. as a starting point. And then our wand friend is going to get the multi-hits in this. I wouldn't mind a hand crossbow for Patrick. That would be good. Oh, we haven't done you yet. It's going to be Harvester. And it's going to be, I think, Avid Learner. Let's invest in the future. Hey, Zine. So when you say interesting builds for tanks, you know, I certainly read through all the comments, and you know, there was like the poisonous spiky counter build. I've played that one before. It just suffers from the fact that it's not active damage, so it's very hard to it's very hard from my perspective to go in and just stand next to a bunch of things and potentially get stunned. That doesn't feel... It feels a little passive. Let's see. Was this worth anything? For a Blood Mage, I think this helm is actually worth it. I'm going to grab it. We need the... Ooh, there's my hand crossbow. Oh, man. This is a tough choice. What do we have in the shop? What do we have in the shop? Let's not think too much about that. Let's see. The shop looks like a bit of a bust. We could reroll, and we may. Let me put this on our Blood Mage. Pierre just needs some more movement, so I think that's good. Does everybody have 2 weapons at this point? No, we need a second weapon. So I think the hand crossbow is the better pick than the Druid Staff. We already have a Druid Staff. Our poison hero got some damage. We've got a bit of multi-hit here. Do you have Runic Gift? You do. Nice. So yeah, Zine, I remember that specific comment. I don't think, though, that person was necessarily talking about staying in. I think they were talking about hopping back out again. So let's see. I think building the Seer this turn could be good, even if we're not going to use it. Oh, I can't actually afford it. Interesting. So let's see. We got 3 even waves. We do want a warp gate over here. Yeah, I do think you're putting a lot of stats into defensive attributes, Pit Viper. That's one of the challenges. What kind of offhand weapons would be good for a multi-hit hero? Definitely one hand crossbow would be very strong. That might be my first go-to. So let's see. I'll put another one here. Then we get 2 more. So let's figure out where our people are going to be. So our Blood Mage is going to struggle. So I think we're putting our Blood Mage here on the center. I think Patrick's going to perform pretty well. I think our Opportunist is going to perform pretty... I actually think we got some pretty strong folks. So I'm going to put our Poison person over here, our Spear person over here. But yeah, I think hand crossbow would be my best. Yeah, so Rig, there's 2 reasons. I actually responded to a YouTube comment explaining this, but let me just go over it really quickly. So the mounted ballistas do twice the damage of the basic ballistas. So that's the first thing. So they do almost double. They also have vision, and the way that I generally play ballistas is I generally make a cluster of them in the corner. And what can happen is if you upgrade ballistas in like, let's say we had 2 ballistas right next to each other, right? So right now this one has this full diamond of range here. If I built a second ballista here and they were both low-level ones, as soon as I upgrade this ballista to mounted, I lose a large cone of my vision on the one that I didn't upgrade. So it makes the upgrading paths really difficult, and since they're dealing double damage, I feel like I'm getting the same amount of value out of them. So that's why I play it that way. But I appreciate you asking, for sure. I think that asking and pushing me to think about the decisions that I'm making is a great way to kind of learn and improve. The Warlock Greaves are interesting here. I don't think I want to spend on them. I think I want to spend on gold production. So let's get 2 more gold mines built. And then we have room for, I think I'll put a second ballista here and a second ballista here. So these ones are going to be pulling double duty. They're potentially going to be hitting waves here and here. So that's why I doubled up on those. Okay. And with 10 gold left, I don't think we're going to get much. But I'm feeling decent. We're probably going to have to spend some mana on this wave, but it feels pretty good.